So. And we are live. Welcome everyone. This is Rickzilla here with another spectacular stream. Sorry, I was doing a little... Please excuse the voice. I've been doing a little BA practice. As you can see, I have a thing for impersonations. So... what's on the chopping block today? Well, we're going to be looking at some good old-fashioned fun shit from our boys over at the Geek Room. And then we're going to take a look at Von Helton versus Shani, followed by some Karens in the Wild. And then we're going to go over to our old friend, Adrazdia. And, yeah, we're going to look at some Shandy shit. But, nevertheless, it's going to be one hell of a show tonight. Or at least this afternoon, since it's 2. And I thought maybe... Wait. Let me take a look if I'm... Okay, yeah, I'm on the YouTube shit. Anyway, let's start the show.
Jerking off? Did you hear that?
Billy's broken.
Fuck.
Good. I might go through some of our old privates and just...
So, we're gonna take a look at... First video is, of course, a little snippet from our boys over at the Geek Room, where Billy, well, let's just say, cut out at the end. Or at least... Billy's brain got broken.
Like, are you okay, Billy?
His brain is fucked.
No.
Hey guys, break from the geek.
Billy's broken.
Jerking off? Did you hear that?
I don't care what you think as long as it's about me.
Billy is whatever you say he is.
Yes.
No, I was thinking Fall Out Boy, fuck off.
I know. I followed that up with a superior song. Fuck off.
Typical Billy.
Excuse me, no, Fall Out Boy was like super famous at this time.
So, okay.
Even then, they're still a really good band.
I
mean,
couldn't
they're
agree
okay.
more.
I'm not gonna shit on them like Blippy
Patrick
did that
Stump's
guy.
super talented. I saw what you did. Ignore it. Long as it's about me.
Damn it.
As long as it's about me. I don't care.
That's who you're standing for right now.
Ah.
2 Eminem references thus far.
Ah. Okay, I'm
I
good.
saw what you did with Stan.
My T's don't. I don't
Saw
know
what
the whole.
Stan did too. Drove off a bridge.
That's a good song, by the way.
Oh, damn it.
I think it's because his tea was stone cold. I was wondering why.
Damn it, Bran.
So he drove off a bridge. Happens to the best of us. Hey, Billy.
Yeah,
Blippy shit on a guy.
he did a little bit.
You want to watch it again this Sunday? Huh? Do ya?
Don't forget to like and
Wanna
subscribe.
watch it again? Huh? Want to do a little watching?
Oh shit.
Let's see a little video with some poop.
That's only funny.
Some random guy that came out of a child TV star's butthole. Is that what you want to do? Let's do this, Billy.
Yes, Billy.
Have your people call my people. We're gonna see some Blippy shit.
Or see some crazy shit too.
Billy!
Get in the car.
Little Bill! Justin!
Get in the car, Billy.
What's Floridian for fucking listen, bitch?
It's time to use the F word.
Yeah.
Fuck living, fuck dying, fuck laughing, fuck crying, fuck this song, but mostly fuck you. You love pain and friends, fuck.
Alright, so let's go.
As much as I don't have that much appreciation for the insanity, I just love the appreciation for the insanity that is TGR. I'll catch a few of their segments, but I only watch but I can catch Frank's stuff.
Go to bed.
That's why I'm...
Now let's move on from one insanity shit to another insanity shit. And I'm talking about Revelation News. Yeah, you're wondering why I'm speaking like this. It's basically, this is what you call performance art. When you're throwing off an accent and speaking in a weird voice. Alright, enough of that bullshit. I mean, enough of that bullshit. Let's get on to this shit. So, Jason. Excuse me. Jason wants to get on the case with Miss Hussey.
So you're this is the baby. Okay, this is the baby. Ebenezer
Oh, nothing. It's everything's all cool. What's new? Well, So, you probably have been you probably watched some of my streams where I covered Shanny for Christ and Revelation News. So you might be aware of a feud between Shanny and Von Helton, which kind of goes either way. Right now.
Beezer, and I'd like to say hi to everybody. But this is just going to be a quick video to the individual that you see on the screen.
Miss Hussey.
And this is Miss Hussey, okay? Now look, everybody knows pretty much that knows of Miss Hussey. That Hussey is definitely part of that hate crew.
Uh-oh.
You know, and we were pretty much thrown under the bus by everybody. Do you know what I mean? But of all the people, I mean, Hussey was definitely a kinder voice. You could say that. Whenever I commented, I'm pretty sure he knows who Rev is. And whenever he saw a comment from me, it was always positive, and he would heart it or he would thumb it up. So I don't know about how you feel about me, but I want you to know that everything that's been said about me and my wife is lies.
Of course, it's all lies, Jason. Of course, it's all lies. Because you people are poor, innocent victims. I have to say this, Jason and Shanny, they love to live in their own world. And that's the thing I see. It's a common trait that I see in all lolcows, is that they like to live in their own world where they're always right and have never done anything wrong. Or, I'm sorry, in Shandy's case, anything wrong.
And you're really getting just completely, like, demonized and thrown under the bus, and the cancel culture kicks in, and then the hate train, and then more hate train, and then wow, you are then known as infamous Miss Hussey and not famous Miss Hussey. You're now infamous. Well, welcome to the crew.
Well, of course you guys saw that bathroom. I mean, we all saw the bathroom. I mean, you saw it on Daywave's show. And I'm gonna ask you guys, between Shanny and Adrastia, who is worse? I mean, Shanny has eaten out of house and home so many times, but Adrastia, in terms of personality, in terms of being somewhat of a pathological liar, I think Adrastia is worse than Shanny, because she can't keep consistent with her story. Who am I kidding? They're all the same. They're all the same in almost every fucking way. None of them can keep... None of them can ever, for the life of them, keep consistent with their lies.
Oh, I hate to tell you that we don't have too many cookies available left, because everybody that's been a part of this crew of the hate train folks that are canceled because they're the R word. Okay, there's multiple R words.
Yeah, exactly. This is basically this is Rev's coping mechanism, is to fabricate the reality, sorry, I'm a bit off. Fabricate this reality where Shanny is innocent and has never done anything wrong in her life. That's the reality that Shanny and Rev are fabricating at this moment. It's like what Bro Guy said, it's a coping mechanism. It's, I guess you could say, a form of escapism or maladaptive daydreaming.
Words, but I mean the one that's going on with you right now. We were a victim of that, and it stinks. Okay, so this is very simply to tell people to embrace the Hussey show. Okay, embrace Miss Hussey.
And there we go with that neck twitch thing.
and
I, for one, still hold on to the belief that Jason has severe brain damage. And that's probably because Shani forced him to quit drinking and drugged him against his will.
and say, look, there's forgiveness in Jesus. Jesus forgives.
How long are you gonna be writing that shit?
And I think everybody knows that there's no way that you are that word. You're just not, okay? I'm pretty
Are you talking about being a racist or the other R word?
100% sure that you're not. So,
I don't know much about Miss Hussey, but never mind.
we have to embrace the Hussey show with Hussey Nation.
Hussey Nation.
And let's not label people things they're not and cancel them. Because cancel culture is extremely toxic.
Projection, Rev. Projection. You're projecting because you're inserting yourself in Miss Hussey's situation to make yourself feel important.
This is a message brought to you by the baby. This is the baby. It's the baby. It's Ebenezer, Beezer, the Kit Kats. I love y'all. Jesus is king.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Here and now, let's take a look at more of the insanity that is Shani and Rev. Warning.
Warning, the following images are taken from Shan's Instagram. She discusses topics that detail substance abuse, sexual violence, trafficking, and abuse. Viewer discretion is advised.
And now let's take a look at the insanity that is Shani, for Christ.
Warning, the following images are taken from Shan's Instagram. She discusses topics that detail substance abuse, sexual violence, trafficking, and abuse. Viewer discretion is advised.
If I'm guilty... Okay, here's Shani's Instagram. I'm just gonna read these. You earn my distrust after years, distortions of truth, your bullying, your physical abuse toward me and my sons. You earned it. Don't expect a warm welcome back or even a kind word from me. You destroyed my ability to trust others or even want a relationship, friendship with another person. You did it. And frankly, I'd rather wait till Judgment Day. You're not to be trusted. How do I know you're just another information grab? You earned it. I gave you my heart and you stomped on it until it was no more. I think this is about Chris. Actually, no, this isn't about Chris. This is about... Let's not forget, you befriended my stalkers and spoon-fed them false information about your sick and twisted pleasure. I'm still getting hate for that, and it's never ending. You helped fuel destroying my life. You earned my distrust. You were never there for me. I was always the butt of your jokes. You destroyed my relationship with my siblings and father. You did it. And seriously, Betty, what makes you think... Oh, this is about her mother. What makes you think that you deserve anything from me? You destroyed me as a person. Why would I ever allow you in, knowing you've done this over and over just to hurt me? I'm not risking myself or my children to you. And so there, I'm the bad guy again for protecting me and my sons. Go play victim again. Go away. Go say Woe is me, the person I hurt her whole life don't want me in it. Poor little narcissist. Go find another victim. I'm not interested. I get no apologies or contact from any of y'all. As far as I'm concerned, you know I've gone quiet and you're just looking for something to accuse me of. And I'm not letting you anywhere near me. My heart can't do it anymore. Again, you earned my distrust. Yeah, these are basically messages towards her mother. Fuck all y'all's control over my life. You have no power over. And now this is to everyone. Yeah. You were saying? As much as I remember, justice for Bubba, folks. Justice for Bubba. Free Bubba. I'm getting some justice for Bubba vibes from these Instagram posts. She must really hate her mother, though. She must really despise her mother. And there is plenty more. She keeps saying, you earn my distrust, you earn my distrust, you earn my distrust. Yeah, so Shani must hate her mother so very much. Now let's look at what the idiot has to say about and now let's hear her say that she's a better cook than Gordon Ramsay. Fuck you. Yeah. Oh, God.
Like, if your only talent on the internet is making fun of people, they're not the problem. You are. Like, let's just think of it. Like, I have talents that I show on the internet. Okay, I'm a makeup artist.
No, you're not. You take on makeup like a fucking 5-year-old.
I do really exciting theatrical type makeup.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you look more appealing. It makes you look even worse than you already look right now.
Alien looks. I can do that.
Yeah, we saw that. You looked like a blob.
I sing, I act, I parody.
We've seen your performance art, and it's not great.
I'm a gamer.
We've seen your gaming, and you suck at it.
I can do ranting if I want to.
Your ranting consists of you projecting your own insecurities onto other people.
I can read really good.
You never finished high school.
Let's see, what other talents can I do, you know?
Here are some of my talents. I can draw. I'm a very damn good artist. I do Photoshop work. Excuse me. I'm good at impressions. I'm good at impersonations. I'm good at monologuing. I'm really great at monologuing. And I'm also a kick-ass gamer. Once I set up my capture card with audio, because that's a big issue with me, is that when it comes to trying to set up my capture card, I cannot for the life of me hear the audio.
I can do a lot. And crochet. I can crochet anything.
I can make foam armor.
Clothes, flowers, scarves. And let's not forget, I can cook frickin' bomb.
We've seen your cooking. We've seen your cooking. Rev is still having stomach issues because of it.
Bomb. Better than any restaurant.
No, you can barely even make toast, Shanny.
Is my cooking, okay? I am like the bomb supreme cook in the world. I'm better than Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, right. Gordon Ramsay looks at your cooking and sees that Gordon Ramsay, if Gordon Ramsay saw you say this, he's gonna have a few words with you.
So everyone coming to me and thinking they got me because they make fun of me, well, that's your only talent, and that kind of sucks because it's really easy.
You're projecting onto other people. This is the whole know you argument. But then again, much like what Bro Guys said earlier, people who have nothing else in their lives tend to fabricate their own reality. And yes, this is her fabricating her own reality. It's a coping mechanism for her.
To make fun of people. It takes a really low IQ people to make fun of others.
Well, there's the pot calling the kettle black.
Instead of showing what they can give and, to the world. Like, I
a lot of people that cover you have talents. There are people who are good at editing. They're good at making people laugh. And there are people who are artists like myself. As a matter of fact, I have uploaded a few drawings I made on that you can see in my art submission channel on Discord, which I will provide a link in the description if you want to check it out.
I try to give my talents to the world, but you guys seem to just think making fun of someone is like some kind of good thing, and you're just a lazy individual with no life.
Now there's the pot calling the kettle black. And again, this is projection. This is it's the know you argument.
It sucks that none of you guys have any content lately because you can't be using other people's content.
Actually, we can. I mean, I've done a lot better with when I'm covering Adrasdia and Gasuba, as well as looking at some videos I've found on this website called Born in Space. And let's not forget my coverage of Karens in the Wild, which I'll be looking over later on.
And now it's to the point where you're all eating each other, and I'm just seeing it for the first time, and I find it glorious.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go.
Like I said, like I said, this is a coping mechanism for her. It's basically a form of maladaptive daydreaming, where she's living in her fantasy world where she's successful and content with her life. She obviously has no life in the real world, so she creates this fantasy world of hers where she's always the victor.
Go back and go to Twitch TV. Shani Needs Love. I will be there and Square, and you can talk to me.
Oh, I'm gonna take a look
Later,
at that.
Queen.
Oh, I'm gonna take a look at that shit. Alright. This is her Twitch shit. This is her Twitch channel. And, it's gonna get really fucking messy. I mean... oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Shani is going IMAX levels of projection. That's her coping mechanism. And speaking of projection, let's not forget my old friend.
Alright, so...
Oh yes, we're gonna take a look at some Adrasdia later. And Gasuba. Oh, we're not done with Shani right now. We're gonna take a look at what she's saying on Twitch, because that's important. Ha! No, it's not.
Hi guys. We're going to do something interesting here. I have a huge cheese and steak.
Oh
that I
God.
must eat.
Jesus Christ, no.
I have a Dr. Pepper Zero.
How the fuck can you afford that? I thought you guys have no money.
And we're going to be watching episode 7 of season 1 of Star Trek. So, Ada, put that we.
Never mind. Fuck Shani's Twitch. Fuck Shani's Twitch. I don't want her ruining Star Trek for me. I don't want Shani ruining Star Trek. It's just the same bullshit. Now let's go on to the warlock himself. The Lipstick Man. Von Helton. The Lipstick Man. And this is on Schneider Handyman's channel. I present to you, to the fuck people, the Lipstick Man.
Common gods, answer me. For years I have asked you, where is justice? Where, for years Come on, gods, answer me. For years I have asked you, where is justice? Where is punishment? Why are the innocent dying while the guilty go free? Why the senseless killing? Why the stealing? Why has everything been allowed to occur the way it has? But perhaps you've already answered me. Perhaps you've already told me where it is. Perhaps punishment is in me.
Evil must be punished. That is... You're not helping your case, Von Helton, with that title intro. Yes, I'm gonna be calling Von Helton the Lipstick Man. I know he doesn't wear lipstick, but it was from that cringy ass diss track that some stoner made on him. Even though I don't think that was directly towards Von Helton, but... Yeah, we're questioning your motives with that child-cat hybrid. Oh, that was a good one, bro guy. Really good one. What the fuck? He's the Lipstick Man, folks.
So apparently there's this clip going around of Von finding my 14-year-old attractive. And I just want to put it out there to the public that I condone any making fun of him or bashing him or correcting him at all for this, because he's literally finding teenagers attractive. Thank you.
Alrighty, just when you thought it was safe to get back in the motherfucking pool, here comes this more motherfucking bullshit, right?
Of course! Then again, you are questionable, especially when you're talking about underage girls.
And by the way, the little red sign says, "We are live, we are live, we are live," and it is so. I have checked my audio. My audio should be okay. No, let me check that again. I'm going to make sure my audio is fine. Because Windows loves to pot down my microphone. I don't know why. They keep saying it's the driver for the internet, but Killer says it ain't us. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So just when you thought it was safe to get back in the pool, here comes more motherfucking drama, right, guys? Okay, let's review, class. Okay, because it's important.
Huh, looks like I didn't miss much, I guess. I mean, I've been ignoring the shit that's been going on with the Geek Rooms community, especially with the lolcows that are starting a civil war for a while. Because I've been focused on my own lolcows. I've been focused on AP's group and Virgie.
To get this shit right. And let me pull up the video, which I happen to have a copy of. Imagine that. I just happen to have a copy of that shit. Let me see here. Let me pull this shit up. And let's see where we at here. There we go. There's the one I want right there.
Right there, right there, right there.
Okay. Let me find the right place.
It's in a can.
Okay. All right,
Again.
Here we go.
Again, folks, like the stream and subscribe for more.
Perfect. And that look is perfect as well. All right. Let me share this with you. Okay. Now, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, there is Rev. And the light to the stairs is on. And I saw this individual. I had no idea who the fuck it was.
That was Shanny's boy.
No idea. I had no idea who the fuck.
That was Shanny's son. You would know about how Shanny treats her kids since you've talked shit about how she treats her kids. That was her boy.
It was. I saw someone with very long hair. I mean, hair way down past the shoulders. Okay? That's all I saw was an entity with very long hair going up the stairs. And
an entity. Oh my God, Vaughn.
Then I saw a black cat come down the stairs. That's all I got to see. Now, Rev is sitting right fucking there. So the question, class, is if that was their child, why didn't Rev speak up? Why didn't Rev say, hey, that's just my kid, ignore him?
Well, that's because it's not his kid. And that was because Rev and Shanny favor their pursuit for e-fame over the kids and the household.
I mean, wouldn't that be the normal thing to do? Yeah. So why? And Shanny, you can't see Shanny because she's not on camera. But Shanny is over here to the. Let's see. It would be his left, our right. Shanny is over to his left, our right, off camera. But she's there too. And Shanny never said a word. Hey, that's my kid. She never said shit. Rev never said shit. None of them said a goddamn word. Not one.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the look at the similarities between Rev and Vaughn. The blank soulless eyes, the black soulless eyes, the chin patch, and the dumb expression on their faces.
Why? Why is that, guys? Why is it that they never said one fucking word? I didn't know who that person was. I thought they were living in a duplex. I've lived in a duplex. Well, Vaughn, what's a duplex? A duplex is where you live, one family lives and another family lives, and then they have a communal living room and kitchen that they share. Okay? A lot of older buildings are set up that way. Okay, it's for two families. One family's on the left, one family's on the right, and then you got the living room and the kitchen in the middle. And I thought they were renting a duplex.
Where did you get that idea, Vaughn? Where did you get the idea that they were renting a duplex? They don't have enough money to rent a duplex. They're staying in Rev's uncle's house. Well, maybe not for long, since Shanny and Rev refuse to get jobs and refuse to take responsibility for themselves.
And I thought maybe that was another couple. That's what I thought. I had no fucking idea their children were completely grown up because nobody, not even G-Man, told me their kids were grown. Nobody. Not a troll, not G-Man, not Beckel. Nobody told me that their kids were grown. When somebody told me they had kids, I'm assuming they're toddlers or 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, whatever. I was not expecting them to be grown adults. Not at all.
they're teenagers, Vaughn, and you probably don't see them in their videos. Is because when they were still living in that townhouse in Colorado, the kids aren't seen in the streams because they spend most of their times inside their rooms. Excuse me. Streaming 24/7.
Oh. Okay, so when I saw this person going up the stairs, I'm like, yeah, probably another couple. They're renting a duplex. And how many times has the trolls said that they're living with G-Man? How many times have they said that? Okay, could have been.
The trolls never said that. They were living next door to G-Man. G-Man pops in every once in a while.
One of G-Man's girlfriends, for all I fucking know.
G-Man doesn't have a girlfriend. The only girlfriend G-Man has is Shani.
I had no idea who the hell that was. I've never seen their children. And I sure as fuck didn't think their children were grown adults.
They're not
I had
adults.
no fucking idea. Now,
okay, Vaughn, they're not adults here. They're teenagers. Well, one's a teenager, and the other one is 12. One's 14, and the other one is 12. And the fact that they haven't gone to the barber shop shows, yeah, they're not as hygienic. None of them are hygienic. And neither are you, Vaughn. I mean, have you seen your fucking trailer? I mean, then again, you try to pull it off and come off like it's not a big deal. Because the slugs were taking care of the mess.
Shani, in that video you just heard, said that her kid was a minor. That didn't look like no fucking minor to me. That looked like a full-grown adult to me. It's exactly what that looked like. You know, I mean, anybody can say anything about anything, right? But unless you know what the fuck you're talking about, it's all hearsay anyway.
Yeah. You've been going around saying that shit for I don't know how many times, but you're not helping your case, you dumbass.
But the funny part about it is that I'm actually, what I saw of that individual, I saw him going up the stairs. And then I saw a black cat coming down the stairs, and I made a joke to Brett. I said, yeah, maybe it was a witch because she turned into a cat.
I thought you said Shani was a witch. And then I do remember in Cecil McFly's documentary that Shani once said that she wished she was a cat because she didn't like being a human. Then again, I don't consider Shani human at all.
I was joking about the fucking shit. I
Really?
wasn't serious about anything. This bitch getting on a fucking camera and saying that I had sexual relations with her goddamn boy is a bunch of shit.
That's not what
And I don't take that very kindly, Shani.
That's not what she said. She thought you were sexualizing her boy because you thought it was a grown woman.
Who's the fucking perv now, Shani? Where the fuck did that come from? It come inside your fucking brain. That's where it come from.
She doesn't have a brain to begin with. Most of that shit is just fat. Overflowing in her thick skull.
Because it sure didn't come out of my lips. That come out of your brain. So why are you thinking that thought, Shani? Because I thought it was a goddamn runner. That's who I thought it was. I had no idea your children were fucking 6 goddamn feet tall.
They're probably like that due to malnourishment. So, looking scrawny would lead them to look tall. But then again, Shani values her ego more than she values her family.
When somebody says child, I think of a toddler. Or I think of maybe a little 5-year-old or some shit. I don't think of somebody that's 6 goddamn feet tall.
Well, then again, you wouldn't know that children grow, Von Helton, since, well, you don't have your kids anymore. And since you don't have your kids anymore right now.
when I think of children, I don't think of 6 feet tall individuals, Shanny. You dumb fucking bitch. Sitting there trying to claim I'm a goddamn perv. Why didn't you open up your fucking mouth in that video and say that was your child? Why didn't Rev open up his mouth and say he's on camera? Why didn't he open up his mouth and say, hey man, that's my kid, just ignore him? That's what normal people do. Normal people, when they see their kid on camera, they say, oh, just ignore my kid. You know, that's what normal people do.
No. When the kid walks into the frame, normal people would stop the stream and ask what the kid wants, and then make it an obligation to tend to the kid's needs. They don't just ignore the kid if they need something.
Now, granted, you guys are far from normal, but, you know, I mean, usually, you know, when you see your kid on camera, you're going to say something. Typically, normal people do that. But the fact that you actually went there immediately with the pedophilia shit, that come out of your fucking brain, sweetheart, not out of my lips.
Says the guy who coerced an underage girl into living with him and his wife.
Because I thought that was a fucking renter. That's who I thought that was. Because when somebody tells me they have kids, I don't expect them to be 6 fucking feet tall. I expect them to be about that tall, maybe a foot or two.
Von Helton has no knowledge of kids. Well, yeah, that's probably why he got his kids removed 13 times. Well, that's probably why he had his kids removed 13 times, because he has no knowledge on the development of children.
I don't expect them to be 6 foot tall. That sure didn't look like no minor to me. Minors usually aren't 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
That person going up...
Well, technically, yeah, there are some teenagers that have grown up to, like, I don't know, 7 feet. And I mean, bean sprout. We're talking bean sprouts, folks. I mean, like a tree, like a freaking oak tree tall.
The stairs was every bit of 6 foot.
Puberty.
Every bit of it. And they had, like I said, the hair was way past the shoulders. Way past the shoulders. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, instead of accusing me of trying to fuck your kid, maybe, bitch, you ought to get your fucking mouth off of me before the gods I serve crack down on your happy ass.
Oh my god, the gods. Oh my god. Let me guess. Your pagan gods? Yeah, we heard that. Sorry. We heard this argument so many times.
Oh, and by the way, nice try getting $3,000 more out of people when you got $2 million sitting in a fucking Pennsylvania bank. Lying to people, Shanny, and getting $3,000 out of them.
Where did this come from? Is it? Oh, yeah. Rev probably had some savings left over from his family's estate. And by his his extended family.
That's not very Christian-like, Shanny. That's not very Christian-like, sweetheart.
Damn, dude. Damn, bro guy. Damn, you... like a mountain.
Saying, ain't Christians supposed to tell the truth? I didn't know Christians were allowed to lie.
Shanny's not a real Christian, Vaughn. Neither is Rev. They just use this whole Christianity thing as a way to clout chase off of Brett Keane. They just go with this whole Christian thing as a way to force people to pay attention to them. Shanny views her relationship to God as a power fantasy.
But don't you ever call me a pedophile again. Because I do know where you live. And I can call the cops. And this time they will fucking arrest your ass for slander, libel, and defamation.
You said that about almost everyone. You said that about Secular Opinion. You said that about Todd Mellicote. Hell, you said that about the Geek Room and all your trolls, haters, and naysayers who talk shit about you. Oh, also Miss Parker. You said that about Miss Parker, too. You were going to call the cops on her. Have her arrested.
I didn't know who the fuck that was going up them stairs. I thought it was a goddamn renter. Or maybe G-Man's girlfriend. That's who I thought the fuck it was. Kids, when I think of kids, I don't think of somebody that's 6 goddamn feet tall.
You're repeating the same thing over and over again. You're like a Drazia when you repeat the same things over and over again. Which makes me think, yeah, you probably have a mental disability that's causing you to repeat everything you said before.
When I think of kids, I think of, maybe 1 foot, 2 foot tall, or a toddler or an infant, You
were a kid once, Von Helton. At some point, you probably hit puberty and reached a growth spurt. So you probably were a kid. But then again, I don't see that.
That's what I think of when I think of kids. I don't think of somebody that's 6 goddamn feet tall. Not typically. Okay? So why don't you get your fucking mind out of the goddamn gutter, bitch? How about we try that? And you ever accuse me of pedophile again, sweetheart, the cops will be knocking on your door again. Only this time they will drag your fucking ass to prison. Because I'll file a lawsuit against your ass.
Exactly. Kind of like how Von Helton treats his pagan gods.
Is that clear? It better be. Because I do know where you live.
I think everybody knows where Shani lives right now. She's living in Rev's uncle's home in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Next to the home that she gave G-Man.
God damn. What the fuck, man? I can't believe you even went there. What mother would go there any fucking way?
A shitty mother who thinks highly of herself and only herself alone.
Sick, man. Sick motherfuckers. And why is it that
right.
you immediately believe trolls on YouTube anyway? Like the trolls are suddenly the fount of all truth?
Technically, she's got her trolls too, but...
No, typically YouTube trolls are lying out their fucking ass.
Really?
Typically speaking.
Are we lying about you, Von Helton? Are we lying about the conditions of your home? And how you neglected your kids, which is why CPS had them removed 12 fucking times?
But yeah, folks, I even made a wisecrack because, the only thing I seen, now the person may have been coming up and down the stairs quite a bit, but as you know, I was stepping out and coming back, stepping out and coming back because I was making food. The only thing I seen was somebody with very long hair, way past her shoulders, going up the stairs, and then I saw a black cat come down the stairs. That's all I seen. Now, if there was anything else in the video, I didn't catch it, or I wasn't paying any attention, or whatever. Okay, and I figured, well, hell, maybe they rent a duplex, and
you said that before, earlier in your video.
This person is in the other half of the duplex. That's all. Or possibly G-Man's girlfriend if they're living with G-Man. I had no idea who the fuck that was. No clue. Not a fucking clue. I've never seen Rev and Shani's kids on camera. Ever. And I sure as fuck...
I'm here... Oh, God. He's repeating himself in the same video. He's worse than I am when it comes to repeating my... Ugh. Sorry. He's worse than me whenever I repeat myself. He's almost on the same level as a Dracia when it comes to repeating oneself.
Didn't think they were 6 goddamn feet tall. Holy fuck. I sure as hell didn't believe that. You know, like I said, when I think of children, I think of kids about 1 or 2 foot tall. Okay? Or a toddler or an infant. That's what I think of when I think of the word kids. I don't think of somebody 6 foot tall with hair down to here. That's not what I think of when I think of the word kid. Right? And I don't believe that individual was no 14 years old any goddamn way. No fucking way. They're too big. They're too tall. I had no concept of children being 6 foot tall. I cannot wrap my mind around that. Sorry, I can't wrap my mind around that shit. But the next time you call me a pedophile, bitch, the police will be knocking on your door for real. And they will be dragging your happy ass. And G-Man and Brett Keane will not be able to bail you out. Okay? Let's just get that shit right now. Because I do know where you live. I do know where you live. So call me a pedophile one more time, sweetheart, and see what happens to your happy ass. I'm sick and tired of this fucking shit.
Yeah. We all know you're sick and tired of being called a pedophile. Probably because you are.
And you go to the fucking YouTube trolls instead of coming to me, or instead of open up your fucking pie hole in this goddamn video. What, you were right there. You were sitting right there. Why didn't you open your mouth and say, hey, that's my kid? Why didn't Rev open his mouth and say, hey, that's my kid? Not a peep from either of you in that fucking video. Not a peep from either of you. But by God, you sure...
Why should they? They don't even care about those kids. They only care about the cats and the egos.
Can throw the fucking accusations out there, can't you? Yeah, you can't comment for 1 month, yeah. Yeah, you can't comment for a month. I had to do that, man. The fucking YouTube trolls were spamming my chat with all kinds of racial slurs and sexual innuendo and shit. So I had to set shit up that way. I apologize in advance. Those of you that are watching on Twitch, I apologize in advance. That's just the way it is, man. You know, it's one of them things, right? Nothing I can do about that shit. But anyways, back to my little rant here, because this is fucking bullshit. Accusing me of shit that ain't even my goddamn fault. I had no idea who the fuck that was going up them goddamn stairs. I had no fucking clue. So get your mouth off of me. You accuse me of being a pedophile ever again, Shanny, and you will go to jail. Or you will at the very least stand in front of the judge. I guarantee it. Because I got no problem taking you to court.
You said the same thing about Miss Parker, Von Helton. You said the same thing about secular opinion.
None whatsoever. Especially after you just pilfered $3,000 out of a bunch of people who thought you were broke. And then come to find out you got $2 million in a goddamn bank in Pennsylvania. Why did you lie to them people and tell them you was broke, Shanny? Why did you do that?
She doesn't have $2 million in the bank. Rev does. Well, actually, his uncle does.
That's not very nice, Shanny. And it sure as fuck ain't very Christian-like. Now, is it? No, it is not. But Rev was on that camera. He never opened up his mouth. And you were just off camera and never opened up your mouth. You could have easily said, hey, that's my kid. Just ignore him. Well, you never said that, though, did you? Neither you nor Rev. Neither one. Why?
Because they don't care about their kids. And neither do you.
Why did you not say anything? Oh, could it be because you knew I didn't know what the fuck your kids looked like? Could that maybe have been it?
Nobody knew what the kids looked like because Shani never brings them on. The only time Shani brings her kids on was when she's trying to garner sympathy or use them as human shields to deflect off the criticism of her. The only time Shani would bring her kids on was to get people to pity her and kiss her ass.
Maybe you wanted more fucking drama?
Yeah, that's probably why.
Well, you got drama. Because the next time you do it, I'm calling the cops out to your fucking house. Try me and see if I don't. Because I know where you live. I will call the cops and have you arrested. You don't call me a fucking pedophile. Ever. Never again, Shani.
Huh. Well, says the guy who... I'm not going to repeat myself.
Never again. Never again.
Never again, never
All
again,
right.
never again.
Rant over. Have a nice life.
Alright, see you later, Lipstick Man. Alright, see you later, Lipstick Man. Yes, I'm calling Von Helton the Lipstick Man. Probably because, I don't know, he's the Lipstick Man. Oh shit, Hatman's live? Hey, I was gonna... Okay, first, I'm gonna take a look. Okay, we're just about almost on the front. But I'll pop in to see Hatman later.
I did.
Right now, I'm gonna be taking a look at some of Gasuba's crazy shit. And then we're gonna look at Karen's in the Wild. Karen's in the Wild. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Starring Mary Barone. Mary Barone. Mary Barone. And Mary Barone. Karen's in the Wild. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Jungle Boogie. Now let's take a look at some Karen's in the Wild.
Karen's in the Wild.
Beat the fuck up. Literally get.
Yeah, they did appear in the road trip, but again, yeah, they did appear in the road trip, but the only times she's... Yes, they did appear in the road trip.
Beat the fuck up.
Jungle Boogie. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Jungle Boogie. Why am I singing Jungle Boogie? Oh, yeah, I was singing Jungle Boogie because of the Pulp Fiction trailer. Jungle Boogie.
Fuck you. Get in the car.
Aaron, get your stupid ass in the car. Get in the car, Aaron.
Get in the car, Aaron.
Get in the car, Aaron.
You do not know him. You do not know her. You don't know anybody around here. You are not special.
You're not special.
Get your stupid ass in the car.
Fucking crack dealer.
No, he is not. Why? Because he's driving a fucking Buick?
You said crack.
Whoa, wait.
Oh, that's probably why she thinks. Then again, Karens do not, for the life of them. Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I was just looking at a Discord message.
Did you cross-check that shit in your fucking head? Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, if you see that bitch in the road? No, she can't handle no goddamn thing, man. If you see
Aaron, get in the car, Aaron.
Aaron, get in the car. Garrett, get in the car, Aaron. Then again, Karens are basically the most racist white women I've ever seen.
Aaron, get in the car, Aaron.
Get in the car, Aaron.
No, she can't handle no goddamn thing.
Jungle Boogie. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry if I'm singing Jungle Boogie. I was watching a trailer of Pulp Fiction after I was watching the trailer to Pulp Fiction, and then I was thinking of Adonis Paul's edit, the Sulk Fiction, starring Mary Barone. Mary Barone. Mary Barone. Mary Barone. Mary Barone. Mary Barone. And introducing Mary Barone, a film by Adonis Paul. Sulk Fiction.
Drug dealer, babe. Come on, drug dealer. I need some drugs.
Want to buy some drugs? Want to buy some drugs?
How? What did I say to harass you?
You hate white people. Okay,
You hate white people. Oh my god.
because you watch CNN
I
all
said,
day long.
did I say that I hate white people?
Yeah, you hate white people because I could see it in your face. You were causing trouble. You're so
Wow.
desperate to return. I should not even return these. This is against store policy.
This is against store policy. Fucking Karen. Shut the fuck up, get the fuck out, and move on with your fucking life, Karen.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. I just bought
You
those
talk-
products last
Now,
week.
little person, I know you are. Just you're
Wow,
coming in here. You're having a bad day.
Wow,
because
this
you're
is how
broke.
people. This
Come
is how
on,
they
no
talk to
normal
customers
person does
in the
this.
Cosmoprof of King of Prussia. I cannot wait to share this,
Go ahead. You think I care?
Yes.
and I will be showing your manager as well.
Go ahead.
I sure will. I sure will. God bless you. You need prayer.
As it should. Uh-oh.
Don't you ever insult my faith again by insulting
You're not
me and
acting like
telling
a
me
Christian
I need
woman.
prayer.
I don't know what your faith
I
is.
said my prayer.
Yeah, I'd say that Shani, in my opinion, is by far the biggest Karen I've ever seen. Shani, for Christ, is basically the biggest Karen I've ever seen.
I serve
Before I
God,
came
and
here.
this is not the way that God's people treat other people.
Oh, you know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you you can only get a
It's not store policy.
is.
I called earlier and they said that
No,
as
but-
long as
but
it's been in
there's
the
no
60-day
such thing as
return, that I'm able to get my money
Are
back.
you this desperate for $20 here? Can I write you a check? I'm gonna give you $20. I want you out of my store.
I need to speak to the manager. Jungle Boogie. And now, let's hear some more Karens in the wild.
Karens in the wild.
So this Karen's threatening to murder her friend's dog, murder her neighbor's dog over the fucking Wi-Fi password.
I live here. It's illegal.
It's illegal!
It's illegal.
Jungle Boogie.
Give me the fucking Wi-Fi before you get arrested anymore. Because I live here and it's illegal. You want me to try that way? You want
dog becomes dead.
Huh?
I have waited.
So she's threatening to murder the dog over a fucking Wi-Fi password.
You got 2 seconds to give me the Wi-Fi. You have 2 seconds to give me the Wi-Fi. I need the Wi-Fi.
For what?
Doggy, dead. You're not gonna fuck with me, dude. Because when you're outside by yourself one day, you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, she's gone full Scooby 331 on this bitch. Fucking Bronx.
Okay, so what are we gonna do now?
Starring Mary Barone.
Turning a dog, not against the law. Not a human being. What are you gonna do? Find a new one? You gonna find a new doggy? You're not gonna fuck with my life, little bitch. You killed yourself for a nose job. You took too many pills to get your fucking nose done, and it still looks like shit.
You're one to talk, lady.
Your mom, she lost a case in addiction before. So guess what, bitch?
Fucking.
Very long time. So I suggest giving you the Wi-Fi, or you don't have Wi-Fi. I have ways around that. Would you like me to do that?
No.
Would you like me to do that? Yes, or no?
You want your dog dead? You want your dog dead?
I want you to go away.
I want you.
I don't have to. And I would never tell a dog.
Yes, you would. Well, technically, you would.
I love that. Keep thinking about it. What do you love more? Your dog or your Wi-Fi?
Your dog, or it's like she's giving her an ultimatum.
Wow, you had to think about that?
You have to choose
I would've said my
your
dog.
dog's life or your Wi-Fi.
Right. Are you gonna make it? Your mom got you. You know what?
Get the fuck off the property, or she's calling the cops.
Not your fault. My mom was the same way as me. That's why I'm a fuck now. But I'm not gonna let her make
Jungle Boogie. Starring Mary Barone.
shit or have a nasty attitude. Okay? I'm not allowed to.
To get down.
What's gonna happen? You're gonna get off your pedestal. You're gonna get off your high horse. You're gonna start acting like a young woman that you are, the educated woman that you are. Okay?
Bunkle Jookie. Oh my god.
I like you, but you're being a little bitch. What do you expect for me to fucking do? If you want to have that little bitch and cause chaos in my life, oh, guess what it is? You know you're getting charged with a felony for falsely reporting all those CPS cases, right? You know that, right? By law in New York State, you should do your research.
Of course this is in New York. I could recognize the Brooklyn accent. That's the Scooby accent I remember. Sorry, I'm just straighten out this little flag.
New York State, if you do 5
Murica.
false claims, it's an automatic felony, which is up to 3 years in jail. Are you ready for this? I swear my picture died.
There you go.
My children are hiding because I can't let people like you and your mother know. So this is your last chance. I live here. You forgot that I live here? I live downstairs. How does that stop? Does you have a big sister-in-law? But when you killed yourself, I was asking you, you regular cunt? Regular ungrateful little bitch?
I told you that they have to call
I'm
Optimum.
in a psychology class. Unlike you, I go to school every fucking day.
Okay.
then I'm gonna make you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she is that dumb.
But you got too much of a fucking ass.
Alright, now let's move on from Karen to Gasuba. So now we move on from Karen to Gasuba. Boy, this is going to be entertaining.
I did get through to Alliance, and now I have an appointment, but that's not for another week. So I have another week without medication, at least, but you know it's going to be more than that, because by the time I have my appointment, it's probably not going to be with the person who can prescribe me something. It's going to be just getting me initially set up with therapies and stuff, and then there'll probably be another appointment another week from that, and then they'll be like, hey, yeah, I think we can get you some medication, and then it's probably not going to be Adderall. It's probably going to be something else, and it's probably not going to work like everything else doesn't work, like Concerta and Ritalin and Strattera, which are all horrible for me. Hate them. Yeah, I hate this country and I hate this health system. Just make education free, and then just make education paid for by taxes. Quit going into forever wars and educate our people so we don't have a doctor shortage, and then also use some of those trillions of dollars from the military to make sure everybody can just go to the doctor.
That's not how this shit works, you dumb bitch. I mean, then again, this woman is homeless, living in someone else's house. Actually, no, I wouldn't be saying living in the house. I would be saying squatting in someone's house, mooching off the government, and expecting handouts. Typical SJW millennial bullshit.
And then everybody will just be healthy and everything will be better, because you know what I want to do with my life? I want to make the world a better place. Number one, people are bitching about...
Well, good luck with that, Gasuba.
Birth rates declining, and I sure would like to have a child or two.
You're not gonna... Yeah, I don't see that happening in the near future. I've seen the vaginal discharge from... I've seen a glimpse of the vaginal discharge from your OnlyFans. I mean, Adonis Paul showed it on his stream when, he got booted off his main channel.
Also, people worried about global warming, and I want to work in nature. I want to do conservation. I want to do important works in specifically that field.
You're probably gonna go smoke up all the weed.
I just hate how my time means nothing. I spend all my day at home, making phone calls, trying to find work, cleaning the house, feeding my family.
You mean your surrogate family? The family of homeless... And by family, she means her family of homeless people. The homeless people she hangs out with.
Making sure everyone's taken...
Including that Mark/Mariah dude who basically is into the whole communist bullshit.
Care of. And I have to wait months to get my mental health in order, and then I'm probably not going to have any money to pay for it. Gonna have to beg again for something specific this time. Everyone loves when there's something specific. No one gives a shit to just keep you afloat. It's like, oh, well, you'll probably...
Also, if you want to, speaking of begging, well, I'm not begging, I'm giving people the option. If they wish to, like, throw a few dollars my way, you can check out the PayPal. Also, I have a Cash App. All links are in the description. Links are also in the chat.
probably get food somehow. There's food pantries and stuff. And it's just like, there's only one car between us, and that car has to be used to take someone to work. And oh my god, there are just so many molehills. I keep talking about molehills.
Making mountains out of molehills?
How am I supposed to get to the food bank with my shitty knees? My family that can walk, their time is wasted doing dog walks every day to earn a bit of money. There's just so much shit to be done every day. So many tiny things, cooking meals, cleaning things, making money, begging for money, asking for government assistance, trying to get jobs.
I could say get a job, but that in this situation, with her situation, it'd be redundant to tell her to get a job.
It's just circles and circles and circles, and nothing gets better. Everything just gets worse.
Woe is fucking me. You argue like a Drastia.
Everything just keeps fucking getting worse. Can someone just let things get better for one fucking moment? Can we just get rid of landlords so they aren't leeching off of society, maybe? That would be pretty fucking great.
But I have a better idea. Let's get rid of you. Let's get of squatters who are leeching off the government. Okay, maybe that doesn't sound right, but we should expect them to pay.
That'd be a nice start. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I've already lost my mind. And now let's move on from Gasuba to Adrastia. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. And yes, she has her comments turned off because, of course, she doesn't like it when people challenge her opinions.
Alright, so I'm gonna go and print out some flyers to start posting up around town to start spreading awareness for Justice for Bubba. Probably gonna ride the bus for a bit and get to different parts of town so I can...
Yeah, so Adrastia is going to go to like Kinko's or Office Depot to, well, print out some flyers for the whole Justice for Bubba thing. Really? Do you really think that people are gonna believe in your bullshit? I'm already gonna be doing another rendition of the Justice for Potatoes thing, but with an actual stock photo that I purchased.
Spread it as far as I can, because this is my life's goal now.
Yeah, this is your life's goal, is to... Excuse me. Your life's goal is to start a smear campaign to slander Aunt Kathy.
For the rest of my life, I will scream for justice for my little brother, for his truth to be known. And I have to scream loud because there's a lot of people in my family denying it and trying to silence me. He deserves the truth.
Griff for Bubba.
He deserves the truth to be known after all of these years.
Now let's take a look at what Justice... I'll say it again. Justice for Bubba. Oh, this is gonna be frickin' interesting. This is gonna be... I'm just gonna take a look at some snippets from this, They're long and boring. Oh, sorry. Justice for Bubba.
Well, I've said it plainly multiple times, Kathy, but you're slow, I guess. So I'll explain again what Justice for Bubba means. Justice for Bubba is you and my mother and my sisters and everybody else in this family that is protecting my dead, abusive father to stop lying and allow my little brother's truth to be known. Finally, after so many years, he deserves for people to know the truth about what happened to him. He deserves for people to know that my father crippled his son and then used him as a drug mule.
How long are you going to be riding that coattail? I will never know.
That's what I want, Kathy. I want you to admit that you knew that my father abused us, that he crippled his son, he used him for a drug mule, and you did nothing to stop it. That's what I want, Kathy. That's what I want. I want you to admit that you did nothing to stop children from being abused in that house, that you knew it was happening, and you did nothing to stop it. That's what justice looks like.
Yeah, the justice is that the truth will come out saying that you probably instigated the murder. Even though you have been mentioned, but the fact that I know Roberta Laws had people. I'm pretty sure Roberta Laws had some family members in her life that would testify against Adrastia. But it's a meme. I'm doing it just as a meme because justice for potatoes.
The loudmouth bitch over here proclaiming that she protects children, admitting that 25 years ago she didn't care about protecting children at all.
Exactly.
Not only do you not care about protecting children, you're lying and desecrating my brother's memory by not allowing his truth to be known even now. By protecting an abusive person who's already in hell. That's what I want, Kathy. I want the truth known.
She wants justice.
I spent the majority of my life lying and protecting abusive people because they were my family, and that's what you're supposed to do with family. But I'm an adult and I don't have to protect my abusers anymore, and I'm not going to. Justice for Bubba means people admitting they knew what was happening and did nothing to protect him. People admitting that my father is the one that crippled him. That's what justice for Bubba is. If you ask again, that's what it'll be. So if you need to ask again, maybe watch this video a couple more times.
Justice for potatoes. Rest in peace, Bubba. Your shrimp business will flourish.
Justice for Bubba is my family admitting what happened to him. Honestly. Without protecting anymore, or lying, or deflecting.
Justice for potatoes.
Justice for Bubba is you saying that my father crippled his only son and used him as a drug mule. Justice for Bubba is my mother being able to be honest about that. Same thing. Justice for Bubba is him no longer being a dirty secret in this family.
What about justice for Roberta? I'm pretty sure a lot of people want justice for Roberta. And now here she's talking about the devil.
My aunt talks about...
And of course, we all know what devil she's referring to. And I'm saying Adonis. I mean, well, then again, Adonis is a handsome ass devil. So is Hatman.
My aunt talks about how charismatic and funny all of these bullies are. And you know, that's exactly the problem, because Satan, he doesn't look like what you think he looks like. You know, you can walk across an evil human being on a daily basis and you're not going to see someone with dead eyes and horns and tails and slime.
you're gonna see a sexy motherfucker. Because Satan is sexy. He's charismatic, he's funny, and he knows what you want to hear. And he knows exactly how to draw you in and how to make you feel more and more comfortable with the evilness every day. Some people can see straight through it and walk right by and say,
yeah, same thing could be said about you. But then again, we all know that you are a piece of shit pathological liar who fabricated almost everything as a way to garner sympathy for yourself.
I don't want to deal with you. There is something wrong.
I thought Hatman was the only devil here. I didn't know that there was two devils. So the other devil happens to be AP.
And others, they don't want to see through the mask because they see too much of themselves. And that's what Satan wants. He can mimic all of those lovable things that you love about yourself and make you believe that he's just like you. And so if he's laughing at the homeless, then it must be okay. If he's making fun of disabled people, it must be okay because he's so charismatic and he's so funny and
I think he's a charmer. I think he's quite a charmer. And I'm referring to Hatman and Adonis Paul.
thinks the same way I do, so it must be okay. And that's how he gets you, and that's how he gets a full conga line of people behind him, following him straight into hell, laughing and dancing the whole way.
I think it's hilarious. I'm not gonna watch Adrasia's live stream. Excuse me.
Okay, so what is emotional invalidation? For example, when a child is fearful, the parent might say, "Stop being such a baby. There's nothing to be afraid of." This is an emotionally invalidating response. It only communicates to the child that his emotions are invalid, but also that he is weak for having emotions. When my aunt says that she refuses to validate anything I say, she is literally emotionally invalidating my entire life. She's telling me that she does not care how I feel. She does not care what my emotions are. She does not care about me in any way and will not do anything even as simple as validating a memory to help support and help me process my trauma.
Justice for Roberta.
That itself is extremely emotionally invalidating and abusive. Not a good situation to be in. It doesn't feel good.
Jungle Book.
It doesn't feel good as a child to be invalidated, and it doesn't feel good as an adult. And anybody that does it is they just like having power over you. It's abuse. It's absolute abuse. And my family will never accept it, but they don't have to, because I can point out to you what they're doing and why it's abusive. I can help you see the signs so that you can see them for yourself and others.
Justice for Roberta. Pop psychology magazines. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, emotional invalidation, really?
I really feel like it needs to be pointed out that my aunt's absolute refusal to validate what I went through and what my brother went through is the most prolific sign of abuse that y'all are gonna see with your own eyes. Because she said herself that she refuses to validate me. She is my blood aunt. She knows what I've gone through.
Why does this sound similar to what Shani's saying about her mom?
And she is going to continue denying it and lying it specifically so that her mentally unwell niece never receives the validation needed to begin moving past some serious trauma. Only reason a family member would refuse to validate another family member's pain and help them move forward from their trauma is if that family member happens to be abusive and enjoys seeing people suffer. That's my family.
And Kathy, the only one who enjoys seeing you suffer, Adrasia. I mean, I'm taking some pleasure in watching you squirm. And so does AP. And Hatman. And Royce, well, maybe not Royce Lopez, but maybe JJ Stoner. And, of course, I know Virgie takes pleasure in watching you suffer.
And I would never do that to anybody.
Actually, you would.
If you're hurting and I know that you're hurting and you need me to validate that you're hurting, I will validate you.
Really?
Even if you don't like me. I'm not going to ever tell you that your pain is not real or that your tears are not real, because nobody deserves that sort of emotional neglect.
Justice for Roberta.
It's soul crushing, and it leaves a person feeling hopeless and like nobody will ever understand them, and it is absolutely an abusive thing to do to anybody, but when it's family doing it to other family, it's a clear sign of abuse in the family dynamic.
Really? Now let's hear him. Let's hear the paging Dr. Phil.
It's my daily reach out to the Dr. Phil show. I need you, man. I need help bad. My family is so abusive that they followed me to California to abuse me online. After I spent 5 years homeless, my abusive family found me online and began abusing me again. All you have to do is watch Kathy's last video to understand the intense emotional invalidation that my family holds.
You've been talking shit about your family for about, I don't know, how many years? 18 years since you were living with Meemaw? And, you complained that your family wasn't there to take care of you after Meemaw passed away. So, then you shut your family out of your life, moved across the country, and oh, let's not forget, you chose to be homeless.
We need help. There's a lot of us, Doc. There's a lot of us. And it's gonna be hard to find one that'll tell a true story, but it'll be fun because
Do you really think Dr. Phil's gonna take her up on this? We don't need her being... We don't need her on... Her infecting this.
Swear, if you get 10 of us on stage, you'll get 9 different stories. They're all going to have a little bit of what I'm saying in them, but they're all going to be a little different.
Dr. Phil is not even a real doctor. He's just like a talk show host.
You could do a whole week on me, Dr. Phil. I swear, you could do a whole week on just my family. They're so...
Yes, one of the things I wanted to do, one of the first things I wanted to do on YouTube was to do Dr. Phil reaction streams, where I just react to the guests on Dr. Phil. And oh my god, there have been a lot of crazy guests on that show.
so fucked up.
But then again, I don't want to risk copyright for watching Dr. Phil's shit. And now we got 2 more Adrazia videos, and then I'm gonna close it off.
I really hope somebody starts to understand the extent of the abuse that I'm dealing with here. I traveled over 3,000 miles to escape an abusive family. I spent 5 years homeless. And now
You chose to be homeless, by the way, Adrazia.
my abusive family is abusing me again.
Well, you slandered your family in almost every video you make about them. You've lied about how much of a Kathy was an abusive woman. They're not abusing you. They're sticking up for themselves.
Emotionally invalidating everything I've gone through. Intentionally sabotaging my healing.
Your healing? What healing? You've been making countless videos where you're shifting through your emotions, going through your cycles, crying about how your family is abusing you and how everybody mistreats you and how everyone wants you dead.
And my growth as a human being without them. They want me to fail. They want me to cry.
Kathy won.
They want me to hurt the way they've always been able to hurt me. Somebody has to see that. I mean, my aunt isn't even, she's not being shady about it, you know? She's putting it out there. She's flat out said there will be no emotional validation. She's flat out said she will lie and deny everything I've been through specifically to hurt me. That she knows what buttons to push and she's going to keep pressing them. That's not something a non-abusive family would do.
We know. But then again, you're the one who's doing this. The abuse.
I mean, you have to realize this is a family member antagonizing and tormenting another family member who is struggling deeply.
Justice
Just
for
spent
Roberta.
5 years homeless, off of drugs, off of alcohol, trying to fix herself, and the family comes and begins tearing down and belittling and hurting.
You've been saying the same shit over and over again. It's not going to make a lick of sense if you keep repeating yourself.
And that's not what family does. It's what abusive families do. I'm being punished for escaping. I'm being punished for speaking out. And someday I know somebody's going to see that because it's not even a secret. It's...
Well, it's no longer a secret because you kept putting it out there. But then again, you like to lie about how your family is abusing you, when in actuality, you're the one...
Very openly.
When in actuality, you're the one who's being abusive to your family by slandering them, harassing them, and lying about them as a way to silence. And then and let's not forget the fact that you threatened the livelihood of Aunt Kathy's children and grandchildren. Let's not forget that, Mary. Excuse me. Now I got one more I guess I could squeeze in a few more. You know, just to fill the time slot. So that's Ronnie, Adrazia's brother with cerebral palsy.
Okay, so this is the official Justice for Bubba video. Anybody coming for those Justice for Bubba hashtags and posts and things that are being spread around on social media, if you don't know what it's about, this is where you're going to learn. Bubba is my brother. Probably self-explanatory.
We know. You've said that.
He was born in 1986, and he was born crippled because our father beat our mother while she was pregnant with him. He was born with cerebral palsy.
I wouldn't doubt that. But then again, you exaggerate things. You tend to exaggerate things to make yourself feel like the bigger victim here.
After my father sat on my mother's pregnant stomach, beating her head into the ground and cursing that the child was going to be another girl and he wasn't going to have it. That night, his only son would be born, and his only son would then go on to spend 23 years of his life wearing diapers and drooling on himself and being pushed in a wheelchair, never able to feed himself or walk or even speak to tell anybody how he was feeling and what he was thinking. He lived in that house with my parents until my father killed himself in 2006 after decades of abuse.
Okay, what's this got to do with anything? Oh wait, you know, I'm not gonna justify this part. I don't have the brain power to do so. I lost track of everything she's saying because, again, she's mind-numbing.
Decades of abuse. My little brother's life was horrible. It was a horror show. I was able to leave that house because my grandmother took me away sometimes. My sisters were able to leave that house because they could go off with friends or boyfriends. Little Ronnie, my brother, was never able to leave that home. He was caught in the middle of the storm 100% of his life. And now that he has passed away, my family is denying that anything ever happened to him. They're saying that his disability was natural and caused by placenta and not by the abuse of my father. Everybody in my family knew for decades that my father was an extremely dangerous individual, and they never did anything to step in and protect the children in that family, my brother included. And now...
Your father is dead, Mary. You can't slander his name any further. I mean, he's already dead. He's already buried. And your brother's buried next to him.
So long after my father killed himself. Okay? My father killed himself.
We know.
In front of his family.
We
while
know.
attempting to kill my mother. All of these years later, my family is still lying and denying and protecting my father, who was nothing but an abuser, who crippled his own son and then used him as a drug mule. They want to pretend like little Ronnie was no big deal, like his life of hell didn't matter, and he's just going to fade away and be forgotten. And I want to make sure that nobody ever forgets.
Never forget Ronnie.
Nobody will ever be able to deny him again. Nobody will ever be able to protect his abuser anymore.
Justice for Bubba.
Because it's enough is enough. My little brother is dead now, and he can't speak out his truth.
We know. But you are using your dead brother's memory as a way to slander Aunt Kathy. When in actuality, you're making yourself look bad by disrespecting his memory.
I'll speak it for the rest of my life. He deserved a normal life. He deserved to be a normal, happy, healthy young boy. And that was taken away by his own parents. And now his family is going to continue to lie and protect the abusers that hurt him. I will not allow it to happen anymore.
Yeah, justice for Bubba. Her father is dead. Spiritual God Warrior 420 said, her father is dead. What justice does she want? She just wants to emotionally blackmail Kathy and play the victim. Exactly, Spiritual God Warrior 420. That's what she's been doing because she thinks it validates her as a victim. When in actuality, it makes her the aggressor in this case. She thinks she's innocent. No, she's the guilty party. She, like I said, this is why I say that Adrazia is worse than Shanny for Christ. Is because she uses the memory of her late brother as a way to blackmail her family. Has Shanny ever used the memory of any deceased relatives as a way to blackmail her mother? Her dying mother? I don't think so. Has Shanny ever tried to go after her family, her aunt, as a way? Has Shanny ever blackmailed her stepfather? I don't think so. At least not that we know of.
Justice for Bubba. Scream it so loud the whole world knows. Ronald Devon Woods Sr. was abusive, and he handicapped his own son. And
Stephen
then he
Barone
proceeded to use that child as a drug mule. Justice for Bubba.
Justice for Bubba. Okay, so what does that have to do with anything? Okay, this is just more disrespect to Ronnie's memory. Uh-oh. Sorry.
What's the matter with your life? Why you gotta mess with mine? Don't keep sweating what I do, 'cause I'm
Oh God, stop singing, Adrazia. You suck at that.
gonna be just fine. Check it out. If I wanna take a guy home with me tonight, it's none of your business. And if she wanna be a freak and sell it on the weekend, it's none of your business. Now you shouldn't even get into who I'm giving skins to. It's none of your business. So don't try to change my mind. I'll tell you one more time.
Stop!
It's none of your business.
Stop singing, Adrazia. You suck at it.
Now who do you think you are? Put in your cheap 2 cents in.
We're back. Sorry, I just need to shake my mouse.
And don't you got nothing to do then worry about my
I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry you have to hear this. I mean,
friends? Check it. I can't do nothing, girl, without somebody bugging. I used to think that
stop rapping. You suck at it.
it was me, but now I see it wasn't. They told me to change to call me names, and so I popped one. Opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one. I never put my nose where I'm not supposed to. Believe me, if it's something that I want, I'm stepping closer. I'm not one for playing high.
Stop singing,
like
Adrazia.
90210 type of hoe. I treat a man like he treats me. The difference between a hooker and a hoe ain't nothing but a feast. So hold your tongue tight.
Yeah, she does.
Wish you could be like me, popping all that stress only to mess. Popping all that mess only to stress and to spite me. Well, you could get with that or you can get with this. But I don't give a shit, 'cause really it's none of your business.
It is none of your business.
If I want to take a guy...
Stop singing! You suck at it! I'm sorry, Adrastia, but you suck at singing. Woo!
Home with me tonight, it's none of your business. And if she wanna be a freak and sell it on the weekend, it's none of your business.
I honestly don't know.
Shouldn't even get into who I'm giving skins to. It's none of your business. So don't try to change my mind. I'll tell you one more time, it's none of your business.
Justice for Bubba. Wow. Just wow. So we've gotten through, we just got through watching Shani acting like she's better than everyone else, Von Helton going off on his rocker again, Billy being silent, Rev trying to defend Miss Hussey, Gasuba demanding governments to give her meds, and Adrastia still going with this whole Justice for Bubba thing. I guess that calls for a pretty damn good stream. That does call for a pretty damn good stream if I think about it. I guess you could say that was a good ass stream. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this evening. That's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna be going over to Hatman to say hello to him and maybe do some stuff for later on. But thank you guys for coming out here. If you really want to support me, you should subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification, and get updates for when I'm going to do more streams. Alternatively, you can also follow me on Twitter at RGHaime91. If you wish to send a few dollars my way, you can check out my PayPal. All links are in the description as well as in the chat. I'm going to be looking into more of Gasuba as well as that Mark person, and I'm probably going to be doing that maybe later on next week or tomorrow night, depending on the mood. But again, that's going to do it for now. Thank you for coming out. And that being said, I'm Rickzilla, and I will see you guys in the near future.